Jacob Greaves has the details.
Well, Jacob Greaves is at Westminster Forest.
It's all based on a statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who said they had welcomed the Afghan president on humanitarian grounds. As you mentioned, his family also included in that, based on what's been said so far. Now, at this stage, a few questions remain. We don't know his exact whereabouts, be it Dubai or Abu Dhabi. We also don't know if this is a temporary refuge or a more permanent plan for asylum. As for other Arab nations in the region, Jordan has said more broadly it could push forward stalled peace negotiations if it prods Israel to accept a Palestinian state on land Israel occupied in the 1967 Arab-Israeli war. It's in this laboratory where blood samples are analysed for more than 30,000 volunteers enrolled in the vaccine programme. What they're looking for in particular are any signs of antibodies to the virus. According to the latest government figures, Dubai's hospitality sector declined 14.8% in the first quarter compared to the same period last year. And the second quarter isn't expected to be much better given the coronavirus restrictions that were in place. The question for major tourist attractions like this is how much they can make up for that with the rest of 2020. Food waste in the UAE is a big problem, costing an estimated $3.5 billion per year, according to the Ministry for Climate Change and Environment. The government's trying to halve that by 2030. One of the major talking points this week has been Saudi Arabia's renewable energy push, made all the more pressing by the announcement of a project estimated to be worth $500 million to build what could be the region's biggest wind farm in Saudi Arabia. Manufacturing giant Airbus has seen deliveries hit a 16-year low for the first half of 2020. And global airlines face mass redundancies. The UAE's Emirates has just announced a further 9,000 employees are set to lose their jobs. But for this factory in the country's sand-swept Emirate of Al Ain, it's about much more than money. This operation personifies the UAE's attempts to localise production and boost employment opportunities for Emiratis, particularly in highly skilled areas. They make up around 60% of the workforce here. I'm Reuters' Jacob Greaves reporting from the G7 in Italy, where after days of wrangling we have a 6-page communique, far less than normal. It does include the phrase "to fight protectionism," an apparent concession. But it skirts over migration and only mentions climate change on page 5, where every nation apart from the US promises to uphold the Paris Climate Accord. This is set to be her 4th term in office, but it also comes with the rise of the far-right Alternative for Germany party and what looks to be an increasingly fractured parliament. Zeebrugge, northern Belgium, a port acutely exposed to Brexit far more than most. In fact, 45% of the trade done here is with the UK. The rise of digital campaigning is a new political reality facing developed democracies. And in many senses, it was brought to the fore here in the UK, a petri dish for new techniques during Britain's EU referendum. I'm Reuters' Jacob Greaves in Westminster, where in a series of reports, we've been looking at the challenges bearing down on an international symbol of democracy. UKIP leader Nigel Farage started the evening by conceding defeat. Well, a lot seems to have changed since then.
Independence Day! Was that a victory speech we just heard? Dare to dream.
May has won her seat, but lost the gamble to call this snap election back in April.